everyone here at 2K. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Moments away, it'll be Indianapolis going up against Detroit. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill. And Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
Here we go.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Pass to Pokashevsky. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target with the three. Now Indianapolis with it. It's stolen by Halliburton. 3-on-3. Launches it. Jackson can't get it to go. Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Indianapolis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Here's Morrow. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Green for three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Antetokounmpo hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
A deep three. They get it again. Second chance shot. Here's Morrow. A triple from the wing. Morrow's got 6.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Pass to Wallace. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Indianapolis making a switch here. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Hudson. Pass to English. 6 on the shot clock. Kupo with the block. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The floater. Outside for Halliburton. Three-pointer. Wallace pulls it in. Morant with it. Two on the clock. Drives to the hoop. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
And so it's Detroit, leading by 6 as we wrap up. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
Here's Stuckey. No points yet. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. Pass to Stuckey. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. And he gets the jumper to drop.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Here's Wade. Here's Crawford. Now here's Aldama. Guarded by Miller. Takes a 3. And the basket by Aldama. Aldama's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Lets it go from deep. This shot by Stuckey, no good. Fast break, here we go. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the paint. Brady. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Detroit calls timeout.
Talent speak for itself, never pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box, I tried to fill up a safe. Get real, it turn you numb, feel like your feelings erase. You ain't never got the chills till you shake. Homie, the streets cold, no contributions to nothing I was pursuing. I understand it's hard to call it a movement if it ain't moving. Keep your energy the same from all them days when I felt ruined. Had everything to gain, but you complain while we regrouping. We sat around the table, broke bread like the sight. Judas, I can feel you touch a snake and it might bite you. Can I call and ask you for the things you asking me? Probably wouldn't let me use your bathroom if I had to. You probably wouldn't throw no water on me. Now you trying to swim, you see my jeweler threw some water on me. If I was you and you was me, you would've left me out. Got it on my own, I would never ask you to energy protected. I've been burning sage, follow how you feeling. You won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it, don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, I tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help? If I really wasn't, would you help? If I really wasn't, would you help?
Yo, I go by the name, from the Neptunes. wanna let y'all know I'm your. The world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard. I'm the neighborhood. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump like that jack on or off the track. I'm heavy, cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry, my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep on a ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the I am. The Jews is flirting me if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. On the block with consistent hits while Pharrell keep talking this music. Patty cake, I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can, and you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then this rap so the back up. Watch it, like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got 4 dozen, even 11.5. If I see you, keep it coming in my. That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s is spinning like windmills. And the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me. I keep in a line in. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining. Grinding, you know what I keep in a line in. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining. My grind's about family, never been about fame. Them days I wasn't able, there was always get you in the game. Anything less is just a shame. Guess the way my watch got blue chips in the face. With 2 tips, whoever gets in the way. Not to mention the hideaway that rests by the lake. Consider my raw demeanor the icing on the cake. I'm like a balance through the hood. Kids call me. Other hand on my plated whistle. One eye closed. As if I was Slick Rick. My aim is still an issue. The soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One'll leave you. The other. I'm grinding, Jack. I keep in a line in. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining. Grinding, you know what I keep in a line in. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining.
It's been a year since you've been back home. We miss you. Where are you? Are you still there?
Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Doubling back on you, I had to refocus. If I were you, to be honest, I wouldn't approach us. Out in the world, ready. Let's get it motion. Let's get it in motion. Come to the hood, I give you a tour. They were content with life, but I wanted more. Thinking of ways to getting my foot in the door. Let's get it in motion. 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 Let's get it in motion.
Are you still there?
All of the homies we had turned into ghosts. We didn't know any better or know how to cope. Had to try out for the team, then wait on results. That was St. Andrews, I hated the coach. Entering raffles, I was just doing the most. Paying to play for the shows, you know how it goes. Plotting with ass, we were just struggling on unemployment, back on the ropes. I had to get it in motion, get it in motion. Listen to Quick on the radio, then were the days. Balancing options, getting in so many ways. So many plays, I ended up playing it safe. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, go. Watching you is making me vomit, I'm dominant, juggling how many flows. Please don't compare me to none of these. I touch it and turn into dominant gold. All of the time that I spend in myself is in silence. I'm ducking and dodging these. Slide on you. You thought that I ran out of. That's when it's time to making them. Got nothing to prove the way that I'm killing the mic. Couldn't imagine this happening back when my mama was making the stew with the rice. Enrolled in college for only like half a semester. I knew that it wouldn't suffice. Said that I'd either be and jump with my destiny. Couldn't have proven them right. I had to get it in motion. Let's 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 get it in motion.
We came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If it's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. Guess I gotta go again and show them it ain't luck, yup. And they thought it was over for me, boy, they had me. Been through all the rain, now the sun on me. Ain't no point in stressing, gon' be what it's gon' be. Back to back with the prayers, so many times I got it memorized. I done seen so much pain that got me desensitized. OG's talking about stick to the script, I had to improvise. This that classic B.I.G., I got them hypnotized. Moving at my own pace, doing it my way. Way before the braids, yeah, they been took the wave. Ain't nobody from the crib ever did it big like this. It's like my parents turn to my kids, how I'm taking care of they. I had to go through it just to get to it. Had to watch from the bench, I had to sit through it. Get to it, trust issues, brought my to it. My aunt had to do it. I hope the same demons don't haunt me. Come with the down life, members only. I'd have been down so bad before, I swear I wasn't gonna get back. But look, the old me and the new me is a mismatch. They don't understand or how much it's taking off your mind, off your soul, just to show up and make it. This for my daughter that's overwhelmed. Even if he don't make no one never break it. Cause we been through this and that, though we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's how I'm living, like I'm in a city. That's how I'm whipping, like I got a money. 4 a.m. in this, ain't gonna sleep, I'm on a mission. Louis V on my bag, get some money, made a difference. I'm still the same, no different. But I came a long way from transported penny pitching. Talking about L's, man, I hand them out on any given. Sunny clothes to the public but still I'm getting chicken. I'm just reminiscing, I was broke as when that song dropped. Effect, heard they talking about I switch, I put the city on my back.
Been through this and that, though we still intact. Get that off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't in, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
Wait, when I came too far to let you in me. Back coming, that's a fact, that's a fin that crack back. She knew I with me cause so much. Get snapped back, lately, probably talking, I'm getting litty. Used to dream of being big like big. Martin Luther King should see how I live. Big necklace, wrist froze, big step, wrist big. And I'm free, and I'm getting richer than a toad. Now you look like low shit, man, he say glee. And the ski get me back on my feet.
You feel better when it's earned, that's a fact. Play me, lesson learned, that's a fact. Everybody gon' get their turn, that's a fact. If the job ain't done, I don't wanna hear congrats. Mortal Kombat straight out the pit, that's a fact. Thought I wasn't gon' bounce back in this, that's a fact. The best thing my ex ever had, that's a fact. Only thing with they back against the wall is the plaques.
Young move that brand new bread, get your brand new, hey, brand new pot, new stove, brand new 1052 bowls. Right, behind your name and other words you told. These be laying up with these rats, they need to be exposed. D&D unless the money calling. What you call it? Can't go broke now, I'm used to balling. Mute yourself with all the extra talking. Shut up, mind your business. Let me paint a picture, see the vision. I can see the city while I'm in the Yami right now with it. She needed some clout, you not even relevant what this about. I know some from the south, get little sister them in the mouth. Whoa, yeah. No, I be it out. They like back on there. Look how he slugging it out. Some keep telling me, some keep telling me. I'm hearing voices. Keep it cool, play the fool. Some keep telling me, trying to ignore it. Some keep telling me. Some keep telling me, telling you what. Go with your move or you gon' lose. Some keep telling me, I can't go. Some keep telling me, them. Some keep telling me, stay on the road. Some keep telling me, give it a little minute and its true colors gon' show. Some keep telling me, keep me up. Some keep telling me, get it and go. Some keep telling me, God watching over me, but I feel the demons getting close. He be pillar talking about me and my people. Must be hurt. Plus he a rapper too, he really want a feature. 12 by verse. He ain't, I know, a hoe, a real. When got a tatted, still ain't. Now why you do that for? Some keep telling me, I ain't buying the story you selling me. No. If you ripping that loaf, you better eat. We don't tolerate starving in BGE. They out here paying for, I'm playing for keeps. Laid up with a op for a week. Bon appetit, rose pedal my feet, my status elite. They talk about you rich or poor. Whoever ain't with you, whoever ain't with me, everybody, whoever ain't with me, trying to take her for another. Now you win it, nah, don't switch up now. I done put you in it. Some keep telling me, some keep telling me, some keep telling me. I'm hearing voices. Keep it cool, play the fool. Some keep telling me, trying to ignore it. Some keep telling me, telling you what. Go with your move or you gon' lose.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines.
Go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. Jackson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Here's Pokusevski. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks. from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. Now here's Durant. Here's Bamba.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple positions due to that height and reach.
Pass to Halliburton. And here's up to Kumbo outside. And Bamba pulls it down. Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And we've seen it. He can do this all game. Jordan with a great burst there to get the finish.
Upside Jackson. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
From deep Harden. Detroit with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Back to Jordan. Pass to Harden. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
What's the screen? There's the screen. Now Pokuševski. Here's Jackson. Finding the lane.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand. Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
And the basket by Morrow.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morrow's got a couple of threes now in the first for Detroit. A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Lets it go with a 3. Pocket 6. Beyond the arc. The rebound by KD. Kansas City trails by 14. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And understanding where to run to in transition, Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
Pass to Pokuševski. Drills it from outside. Pokuševski's got 8 points.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so is Detroit. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Back to Porter. And it's Wade with the rebound. Detroit leading by 15. And then Carter with the jam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
And finished off by Carter.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
Here's Pippen. Can't get it to fall. So it's Detroit now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Vinsanity, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
It's Pippen with the drive. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. They set the pick. Pass to Wade. McGrady outside. Detroit needs to get off his shot. Wade gets the bucket.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Popped up there for Wade. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Kansas City trails by 18. The drive by Jordan. And stolen by Miller. Wade on the wing. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Back to Wade. Shoots the three. Jordan with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Doncic. It's stolen by Aldama. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Now into the lineup for Kansas City, number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
1:31 left from the first half of basketball. McGrady outside. Basket counts. McGrady's got his first basket.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And he banks in the lane.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Detroit with the ball. Jackson surveying the D. And it's Baltimore with a rebound. Outside Irving. Top of the key. Rejected by Halliburton. Nance pulls down the board. Outside Irving. From behind the arc. Another miss by Irving.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Halliburton outside. Releases. There's Jackson with the three. And again, no good by Detroit. Here's Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by James.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
On the ball, Halliburton has great concentration. His focus is what helps him find the wide open man.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Wade. Shot blocked. And they recover it. The three, James. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Shot from the mid-range. The rebound by Jackson. It's Pokusevski on the wing.
Substitution for the away team, number 42, Kevin Law.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Baltimore. Trailing by 2. Rejected by Halliburton. And here's the fast break. Pokusevski the miss. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Again the miss by Baltimore.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Here's Morrow. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. No good from outside.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
He's just incredibly crafty on the offensive end. Irving keeps his defender uneasy all game long.
For the away team, Irving. Kyrie Irving.
And the second free throw is good. And he makes all 3.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Oh, merciless jam by Halliburton. He's got some serious hops.
36 seconds left to the first. Pass to Wade. Fires the 3. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Morrow. Halliburton on the wing. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Oh, they get a hand on it. From deep. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. Detroit on top. They lead by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
And here's Baltimore now. It's a 5-point game. Outside for Love. No one near him. Good. Love's got his first 2 points. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Detroit. A deep three. Wade misses.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
This one for 3. Pass to Crawford. Goes back up. Love grabs the miss. Here's Korver. There's the 3. Drills it from deep. It's a tie ball game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Wade knocks it down from distance. Wade's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Love. Off target from the wing.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Detroit leading by 3. Here's Wade. And Detroit another 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest it.
Korver, that one's good. Korver's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
From the arc. The rebound by Detroit. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Aldama outside. Outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Here's Korver. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Wade. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Give him 8 points now. And Baltimore has possession. Trailing by 8. Here's Free. Again the miss by Baltimore. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. The tip-off goes to Detroit. And here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Now here's Hardy. Pulls it up. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Morrow. Lock at 6. Another shot. Here's Pokusevski. And at last, they get one to fall.
I'll tell you, this is the aggressiveness this coaching staff has got to be thrilled to see from Pokusevski. You're a 7-footer. You've got all the offensive skills. Make sure you're contributing on the glass.
Winslow's shot is off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it. And now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
And here's Hardy. After Tyrese Halliburton was able to get the triple. Pass to Collins. Now here's Hardy. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The Rico. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Pokusevski.
And sometimes when you're 7-foot-tall, folks, dunking is easy. Mr. Pokusevski in prime position.
Holmgren in the high post. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Hardy. Now, here's Collins. Guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Winslow.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Stolen by Collins. Down low. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. From the arc. They get it back. Pass to Morrow. Jackson with the screen. Back to Halliburton. Here's Harden. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson gets the bucket.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Pass to Hardy. At the top of the key, Holmgren lets it go from deep. And no good in the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Detroit up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proven to be an effective tool for them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
There's Crawford with the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Pass to Winslow. Off target from outside.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And here is Holmgren. Now here's Hardy. He has 6. It's deflected. It's stolen by Aldama. Out to Miller for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'm shocked that he didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those really every time.
Pass to Winslow. Holmgren. Wade with the block. Tipped away. To the inside. Wade on the wing. There's a screen by Aldama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wade with it. Now guarded by Winslow. They get it again. Here's Cooper. A three-pointer is right on target. Cooper's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. Houston trails by 8. Jokic with it. Doncic outside. Back to Jokic. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
They kick it out to Green. Houston moving it around. Jokic a screen. To the left side wing. Three-pointer. Oubre, good. Oubre's got his first basket.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. .119 left in the first half of the game. Halliburton on the wing. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Halliburton's got 5.
Well, you love to see guys willing to exploit the mid-range. If that's what the defender concedes, go ahead and take it.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Wembanyama. And he banks in the lane.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And finished off by Halliburton.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Doncic. After the basket by Detroit. Clock at 4. Outside, Green. Oubre for 3. Kuszewski grabs the miss. Halliburton outside. Pass to Morrow. Fades. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so is Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Outside, Green. In the corner, it's Oubre. Oubre on the wing. Back to Green. Over Moore. Crowder from outside. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Kuszewski with the bucket.
And this will be more and more a part of his game the more efficient he gets. Kuszewski, a big who can shoot it.
Here's Wembanyama. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got his second bucket. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
Hey, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Detroit. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And it's Houston with another.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And here is Doncic following the 3 from Jaren Jackson. Pass to Green. Over Moore. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. Halliburton up top. And that one, good. And now a 12-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Pass to Doncic. Crowder the screen. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And his first shot of the game, no good. Now, Pokuševski. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
3 points.
Pokuševski's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Detroit. Outside, Green. Pass to Doncic. Crowder the screen. To the middle. They need this. Got a hand on it.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokuševski. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so Doncic will bring it up for Houston. 15-point game. Fires the 3. Doncic knocks in the 3.
Well, Luka Doncic on the receiving end of a quality pass. We usually see him with the ball.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Here's Pokuševski. Oh, good with the triple. Here's Houston now. Crowder drops in the layup for two. Crowder's got his first bucket in this one.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to Pokusevski. They get it back. Fires from deep. Good on the triple. Pokusevski's got 15 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so is Detroit. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been evenly fought contest. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Jackson. Here's the three. Oubre pulls it in. Houston trails by 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. And here's Hardy. And Collins now top the key. Here's Hardy. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point territory. Detroit with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's Crawford with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And Detroit leads by 16.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Miller outside. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the summer league record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Houston ball.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. There's a screen by Collins. And another three for Houston.
And this is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Hardy.
Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Houston trails by 10. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Thor. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by Dia. Detroit leading by 10. McCready with the ball. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wade. Back to McGrady. Crawford, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper. Crawford's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
The ball goes to Detroit.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And so Crawford will bring it up for Detroit. 13-point lead. And Jaden Hardy is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Houston on D. And that one's good. McGrady.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Hardy, no good. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Lets the three fly. Kept wide by Houston. So the wing on the left. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Wade. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. Can't connect. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. The tip-off goes to Detroit. Burton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Mutombo. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Here's Dillingham. Lets it go from the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on a weak defender.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Outside, Kuminga. And it's blocked.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokusevski. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
Mutombo. They get it back. Shot clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Away team ball.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. There's the screen. The three from Morrow. And the three ball is good.
The intellect and skill that Halliburton brings to the game. Such a high-level passer.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Now Dillingham. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Here's Morrow. Pass to Pokusevski. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And another 3 for Detroit.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's White out the wing. Rebounded by Jackson. From deep, Morrow. That one doesn't go. Halliburton with the steal. .133 left to play here in the first. Morrow, no good. Pokusevski with the ball. Now Dillingham. Pass to Pokusevski. Clock at 6. Releases from 15. And it comes off the front of the rim. Detroit leading by 3. Down low. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Here it goes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Detroit has possession. Halliburton with it. Defended now by Dillingham. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's good from long range.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. And Jackson gets it to go.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And it's ball in the corner. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
All the officials are all over that.
This is his first free throw of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Ball hits them both. pass to Wade. 1 second left. And Wade slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so is Detroit, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Detroit.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And here's McCollum for three. Tries again. The kick out to Ball. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Crawford. Over Dillingham. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Crawford's got the lead up to 9 now for Detroit.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
from browsing. I can't get it from scrolling, I used to get it from housing. On the 4th floor and in, trying to give me 1,000. Sneaking money. You know you lying, why you speaking funny? A fact, why you speaking to me? Put my phone on D&D for all the leeches. Touring foreign beaches and probably somewhere in Ibiza. Maybe on the road with Albie, 4 O's like an Audi. You know my rebels rowdy. Don't move me like a Lambo on South Beach, that's regular homies doing. When you up, they start hating, that's how the rhetoric get. Fall back, they'll try to play you like you never been lit. I had to attain everything my haters never could get. You probably had a little motion, but you ain't never been this. Top dog in my city, running like the mayor. Old friends fell out with me, they did me a favor. I had to fight 100 demons just to get to this paper. Sneak this and I ain't tripping, we gon' get later.
From a dope spot, jealousy came from me and my pops, cause he had no pops. Watching me close, get sad when you both pop. Thought assuming you grab, but it don't stop. Don't come, just get your bag, no ops. Most of these out here just mad over women that they wish that they had. Never come around and get a taste of this living. You'll get addicted. I was broke too, but somehow I managed to fix it. Run around chatting about me and gon' make a always with different. Guess the don't trust you. You belong in the sewer. Somebody should flush you. Nice and comfortable until the medics gotta rush you. Blocks I had to cut through there. It get hazardous. That an all-time high. That ain't the half of it. Trying to add it up in my head, but ain't no math with it. Get next to try to grab a pic. Not even some rap. I ain't asked for this. I was just authentic with it. 95 South and a sprinter with it. Try to get next to you, usually if they could benefit it. Passionate dog, I need my kids to feel it. That's why I'm up early. Kids to get you stuck early. A long way from all that. Used to lose and then I found out how they hate a winner. Come out them, they pay for dinner.
I still think about you. I still think about you. Tell me how you been. Crazy how you turned into a dog when I could've been 2 times. Crazy how I still feel alone in the room with my whole crew. Damn, can't help myself. Could've been more loyal. Could've been more for you. You've been so fake, I swear it's like the chains you be wearing. Aluminum for you. No heart for you. First time I saw you, you me. You out your body. Had 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 you out your body. I wanna be with you. Money up, okay, you match my vibe. I wanna be with you. Only for one night. I wanna be with you. Okay, you match my vibe. I wanna be with you. For sure. I make them cry for you. I can't get tired of you, desire you. I would 5 of you. There was 5 of you, no lie to you. For you, it's like I'm 5 of you. For me, I you, now I need a shot of you. Sound to I do what I gotta do. I just wanna vibe with you, would die for you. Put them to the side for you. I ain't gotta hide from you. Then I make you. Had you out your G6 Scotty. The way you got it. Like Hibachi. Blast off, fuck it. I can't pass off Stockton. Malone, come home. I was wrong, baby. I was wildin'. Blowing up your phone. What you wrong? Where you at, baby? No, I'm started. Wanna be alone. I'd rather you do that than be outside. I ain't tryna troll, but I'm grown. So what's going on? Just be honest. What's with all the aqua silence? You got nothing in this.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sideline.
Go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. Jackson looking around. Pass to Winslow.
I got him.
6 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. You need those rebounds on the defensive end.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebounded by Jackson. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Here's Pokusevski. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here is Daniels. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Jackson. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Daniels. Detroit, no good that time either. Winslow with it. Jackson has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Stolen by Jackson.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Fires the 3. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Jackson's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Detroit. Pass to Bull. Now here's Gay. Over onto the Kumbo. Gay misses. And it's Detroit's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Nice move. Yep, it counts.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end. They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
They get it again. Pass to Pokusevski. And here's Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up with it again. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Gay outside. Rebound, Detroit.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
from deep, Morrow. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Gale. Pass to Bulls. And it's good, 2 points. Bulls got it back down to single digits for Detroit.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
This one for 3. That one misses. And so is Detroit in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Thompson. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
What poise from Thompson, not allowing for any distractions from his shot.
And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
Pass to Pokusevski. Here's Morrow. Outside Jackson. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Detroit trails by 8. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
That was still play. Okay, I see you get off the floor with a little ease, with a little dumb.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Aldama has it in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside for KD. Wide open look. And Detroit again with the button.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
Here's Cooper. Miller outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Crawford. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Rose. Craig, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
To the paint. Pass to Daniels. Over Cooper. Daniels, no good. Detroit leading by 4. Out to Wade. It's Miller on the way. And Miller throws it down hard.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here is Daniels. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 3.
109 left now here in the second. Wade outside. Fires top of the key. Rebound Detroit. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Daniels. Now just a 1-point Detroit lead.
And Rose, an explosive scorer, but he's always been a very capable passer at the point.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Aldama. Detroit, no good that time either. And it's Detroit's ball. The defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Wembanyama. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Checking in for the away team, number 52.
And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's tipped. Over in the corner, Rose. Offline with his three. Near the three-point line. What a play! Simply dreams it in at the buzzer.
That's an important shot to just kind of get a little bit of a confidence boost going into the half. They were just really wobbly here coming towards the break.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rose surveying the D. Pass to Raja. A three-pointer is right on target. Raja's got the first bucket of the third here for Detroit.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Miller outside. It's Crawford on the wing. No scoring in this one. Wade gets the bucket.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Pass to Diaw. Now here is Miller. Back to Diaw. Fires from deep. Wembanyama with the rebound.
There's some defense for him. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding the distance.
Daniels, no good. Detroit trails by 3. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And Detroit has possession. And here's Morrow outside. Connects from three-point range. Morrow's got it all tied up now for Detroit. Here's Pakusevsky. And another three for Detroit.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside Jackson. From deep, Morrow. They get it back.
Nice work to rise up and secure that miss. Solid rebounding effort from him.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good out.
Pass the ball. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Stolen by Thompson. Onto the Kumbo with the steal. High post, Jackson. And stolen by Bull. And they're moving it out. The three for Doncic. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Winslow. Lots of room. .104 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Jackson. The long distance three is buried. Jackson's got 9.
From way downtown, Jackson Jr. a big with serious range.
Pass to Gay. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of gone. Onto the Kumbo, no good.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Left side, out of the Kumbo. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morrow. Nice key from Doncic. Here's Giannis. The Kumbo. Explosive on the drive.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
1 second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Detroit leading by a point. And time to step aside quickly. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Here's Morrow. Count it. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see it all the way down.
Here's Cooper. Pass to Wade. Lefty move, and it's good on the way in. And Detroit leads by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Giannis with it. Wade picks him up. The three for Doncic. Back to get. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits it from three-point range.
I see ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy lives for these moments.
Morrow takes it inside.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt, a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Boris Diaw, Jamal Crawford.
Shot from the inbound. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Crawford's got his first points of the game. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Checking in for the away team, number 1.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to Doncic. It's Gay on the wing. Doncic outside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And here's Crawford to the right side. And the basket by
Well, usually a range shooter who picks his moments. I guess Diallo was feeling it on that one.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So both teams making some changes here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Detroit leading by 5. Here's Cooper. Pass to McGrady. Here's Cooper. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, a tricky move by Jackson Jr. Using a little pump fake to get the defender off balance.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. He lobs it up.
That man about the incredible timing on that alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down. Pass to Cooper. And that one stuck right through.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And here's Rose outside. Detroit with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Cooper. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And he drives in. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And gotta respect the attitude there of Gay. If it's an important point in the game, he demands the ball.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can make the second. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. It's intercepted. Takes the 3. And it's Cooper missing. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kevin. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And so Crawford will bring it up for Detroit. And the foul on Rose. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
she on acting like a pocket holding 50. Pull it with a Mickey Mouse. This ain't Disney. Still identity. Put a wall, I might just put a grill in. Boy, go get your paws chili with the chili. You know me, pull a Pluto move, take white Scottie Pippen. Like if people from every bad in the city. Keep that doggy in a 360 deal, pulling gimmicks. What's that? Mind your business. Sports Center, Rodeo, put a kill it. Before I ate, I need a closet like a clothing store. I need a cash register. I feel the beauty pulling on my belt. You need help with something? Pump the gas or something. Order TK1s on that fatty on catching slip. I gotta keep my so I won't go to alone. Now the fire drill. I got walked in, that's my twin Balenciaga on it. Talking about on it now. Tattled on me. Won't believe this hoodie 1500 without no logo on it. Boy, we been a little homie. I ain't never hate before. A dog so broke, I'm praying for him. She up waiting for me. Dr. Trench is banking on me. When I hit the bank, they know me. I feel like they favorite. You better know.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. And on tap tonight, it's Anaheim going up against Detroit. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Here we go. And it's Detroit with the ball. Jackson with it. It's Winslow on the wing. Here's Pokashevsky. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And set it to tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
They get it back. Pass to Beasley. Here's our test. Beasley outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ware. Beasley. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound and get it back up.
Jackson the screen. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, great body control, good timing. Jackson really works the pick and roll to perfection.
Has to Ware. On the wing, Daniels. Here's our test. Launches a three. Hits the trifecta.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Here's Beasley, following the score by Detroit.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Here's Winslow, into the lane.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Anaheim on offense. They trail by 1. Snatched up. This one for 3. Counted from distance. Winslow's got 7.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Back to Daniels. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Detroit leading by 4. On the attack, Winslow. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
And here's Anaheim now. Pass to Artest to win the run. Inside. A nice shot by Chandler.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Winslow. The rebound by Ware.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
To the paint. Great positioning on the putback. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Right side, Winslow. Pass to Pokashevsky. From downtown. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Jackson uses the glass to finish the layup.
The big man moves. Jackson Jr. with the nice conversion off the drive. And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
It doesn't go for him. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Detroit on top, leading by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Down low. Here's Chandler. Pass to Beasley. Here's Artest. Clock at 6. He can't get it to go. Here's Dial. Here's the 3. Crawford, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Beasley for 3. Here's Chandler. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Chandler's got 6 points.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Miller outside. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Beasley. And here's Anaheim now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Where? And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Pass to Dial. Anaheim with the rebound. Beasley for 3. Up again. Boy, hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Give him 8.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Detroit calls timeout. Both teams deciding to change it up. And it's Detroit with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. And there's a 3-second violation. Anaheim on offense. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Garland.
2 minutes remaining in the first set. 2 minutes.
Here's Crawford. 5 to shoot. McGrady grabs a miss. Here's Morrow. Covered by Covington. Fast break. Here we go.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's the pick. Here's Crawford. They need this. Pass to McGrady. Tries again. And again, no good by Detroit.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Here's Crawford. To the middle. Carter, good. Carter's got his first basket.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Here's Crawford. And again, no good by Detroit.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
To the right side. Garland for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And Garland is someone you must be aware of at all times, especially out on the perimeter.
Here's McGrady. And that one is hammered home.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Crawford, no good. Detroit trails by 7.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Left side, Covington. Pass to Carter. Outside, Covington. Here's Crawford. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Anaheim ahead. They lead by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Outside Garland. That one's good from the corner. Garland's got 5 points. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game. Detroit trails by 6. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Now Winslow. 9 points in the game. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Carter can't get it to go. Pass to Pokashevsky. It's Winslow on the wing. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Cooper. Oh, Covington with a block. Garland for 3. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Detroit trails by 6. Here's Cooper. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to Jordan. Out to Covington. Outside Carter. Jordan inside. Here's Crawford. Back to Garland. Over to the wing. Here's Crawford. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky.
Jamal Crawford. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Jackson left side. Antetokounmpo outside. Up top, Pokashevsky. Offline with a three. And leading by 4. Pass to Jordan. Back to Carter. And Justice Winslow picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Left side, Garland. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Covington. Anaheim with another miss. Detroit trails by 4. Here's Cooper. They get it again. 4-3. He buries it from 3. Cooper's got 5.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
They still need this. Crawford, no good. Antetokounmpo, right side. Here's Winslow. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Crawford. To the left side wing. Carter on the wing. Outside Garland. Here's Crawford. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. It's Pokashevsky on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And Detroit another 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
The third quarter comes to a close. Detroit on top, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Detroit with the ball. They lead by 4. Pass to Morrow. Here's Wade. He's got it.
Wow!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough DA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
First team foul.
Here's Miller. Here's Diaw. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Baseline try. And he hits the jump shot.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Driving in. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, my. That's why while he had those breakaway runs.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Miller. Pass to Crawford. Here's Wade. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Beasley. And he goes in for the dunk.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Pass to Morrow. There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. And he comes up with a bucket. And Detroit leads by 3.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
From behind the arc. Sure, from three-point range. And it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. With the floater. And that was good. Morrow. 1:19 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Daniels. And it's Beasley penetrating. A rebound by Detroit. Picked it out of midair. Out left to the wing. Uncovered. Miller pulls it in. Here's Morrow. Miller outside. Launches it. And the three-pointer goes.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Should just about do it. Big-time shot in the final stretches here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Crawford, no good. And here's Anaheim now. 11-point game. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Daniels. Out to Beasley. To stop the run. Hits a three-pointer. Here's Wade. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And Detroit leads by 10. Detroit picking up the win, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everybody.
Like I'm in the yellow Hummer. Got you breathing heavy like you was a runner. Chilling with my crew.
mouth can't chase nor they tell me hear them shot. And I say them want me head from pull it red. Help poor people with them head from dirty heart you a got from that seat. Now them a say mark. Them walk it. Me can't forget God Jehovah did a guide me say me nah regret. I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. Tell them you know. Dirty mouth can't chase nor they